What's up YouTube people, it is Maxine here, also known as MaxinnePal here on the YouTubes. Before you freak out and think, wait a minute, am I on the right channel? Yes you are. I am your surprise guest for this week, also known as y'all Freaky Friday. So that's what's going on. And for this video, I actually want to talk about some awkward moments. We all have them, it's part of life, unfortunately, but there's just some awkward things that just kind of make you cringe when you think about them, and I've made a list of 10 of those things and I'm gonna talk about them with you, so let's get right into it. So awkward thing number one is when I was a kid, there was several times that I would be in the grocery store and I would go and I would see my mom and I'd be like, hey mom, and the person would turn around and be like, I don't know you. And then you realize that it's not your mom. And once that happens, you just kind of want to run away and go hide in the corner somewhere. Another awkward thing is, I know for me when I was in high school, I'd be walking down the hall, going to my next class, and all of a sudden somebody that I kind of knew would kind of look over at me and just wave. And so I'd be like, oh, hi! Wave back to realize they are not waving at me, nor do they care about my existence. They are waving at the person behind me, and all you can muster up to do is go from this to let me fix my hair. That's totally what I was about to do. Now, I don't know if this is something that happens to anybody else, but again, in high school, I was not paying attention where I was walking. I had my head turned talking to a friend, and when I turned back forward, I went bam, smacked right into this super tall guy that was just standing there, and instead of, you know, doing that whole awkward like oops thing, let me go my way, he just stood there staring at me. So that is definitely on my list of awkward things that I hope nobody else has to endure in life. This awkward thing just happened to me about a week ago, and that is when you drive with someone to the store or something and you decide that you don't want to go into the store and that you just want to stay in the car. And so you're chilling in the car and then somebody pulls in right in front of you and that person decides to make awkward eye contact with you, and all you can do is look down and pretend like you're busy doing something else. Another thing that I thought of is when you're getting ready to jam out to your music on your phone or on your iPod and you plug the headphones in, or you think you plug it in all the way and you just decide to start jamming out to whatever you got going on your music player, and you realize your headphones are not plugged in all the way, and everybody definitely heard that Spice Girls Wannabe just blare right out there, and they are all now secretly judging you. This next thing happens to me a lot, and I don't want to say that it's because I'm a forgetful person, but it's because I am so focused on making this first impression with this person that I am meeting for the first time that I totally forget that their name is an important thing that I should remember. And so the next time that I meet up with this person or I come across them, they're like, hey Maxine, how are you? And I'm just like, I'm good, how are you? Shoot, what was that person's name? For this awkward moment or awkward situation, I don't know if it happens to much people now since a lot of people have touchscreen phones, but I still have like an old school like slide phone with the full texting keyboard thing, and I accidentally butt dial people all the time, and it is the most awkward thing. You have to explain, oh I'm sorry, my butt decided that you were the person that I needed to call in this moment. I think most of us have done this next thing, and that is when you see a door and if it says push, in your mind, for some reason, you don't comprehend that and you decide to pull the door, and you stand there looking stupid for like 5 seconds before you realize you're supposed to push the door open, or vice versa. I think this next thing has happened to everybody on the face of the earth, and if it hasn't, it's probably gonna happen to you sometime in your life, and that is when you're minding your own business, you're walking one direction, and then somebody else is walking the other direction towards you, and then all of a sudden you decide, oh crap, one of us needs to move out of the way, so then that way we can pass each other, and you both sidestep the same way. And then you do that whole awkward little dance thing where you sidestep a couple more times in the same way, and then you just kind of like have to awkwardly laugh it off and just pass the person and keep going. and pretend like that didn't happen. And the last awkward thing on my list is when somebody says something to you and you just did not understand what they said. And so you say, huh? And they repeat what they said and you still didn't understand what they said. So you say, what? I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you. And they repeat it a third time and you still didn't understand what they say, but they're waiting for some sort of response, and all you can do is just smile and nod because you don't want to ask them yet again what they said, and it just creates this awkward moment of both people realizing that nobody knows what's going on. Yep, that's all on my list. So that is all the awkward situations that I could come up with for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I just wanted to thank snippetofus for allowing me to be a Freaky Friday. If you all aren't subscribed to them yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you aren't subscribed to me or you want to see more of me, there should be a link in the description box to my channel, which is youtube.com/MaxinnePal. That's all for this video. So, stay fresh and bye!